Welcome to another installment of A Twilight Noobs. I am very sad. I can't handle the depression of Bella, so I decided to go on an emotional strike, as you might say, as we millennials might go about doing. We strike everything. We strike at old people. We strike at our employers. We strike at our parents. Yet we feel nothing because we are emotionless, and this book makes us weak human beings. I am sorry, and I am not sorry. I apologize, yet I feel no remorse. You have stumbled across a new moon. And at that, you just got mooned. Anyways, just kidding. Sorry. Welcome to Twilight Noobs. I'm your host, Eric, with my other host, which is probably way more hostily than I am, Jason.
I'm going to kill myself because I'm so depressed.
That's how you introduce yourself now. Just walk into Chipotle and they'll say, hi, and say, I'm going to kill myself. Did you know that if you walk into Mod Pizza and they all say hi, if you yell hi back, they give you a free pizza? Did you know that?
What?
Just saying. Yeah, we discovered if you go into Mod Pizza and they yell hi, if you get super energetic and just say, like, what's up? They give you free pizza.
Interesting.
Just saying. Anyways, chapter 4 and 5. Oh, before that, did you want to say anything? Like, do you want to say hi to all your fans? I know you're just chatting it up on Twitter nonstop now.
I have no fans.
You have no fans?
No. No one's like, Jason, he's my favorite. No one. Said no one.
Dang. Okay, well, I guess I don't feel that bad then. Because I got a review. And they mentioned me. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't mention me at all.
Oh.
It's from Chant Lee. Gave us a 5-star review. They said, this is perfect. I just discovered y'all's podcast a few days ago and just finished listening to your reviews of the first book. And I must say, y'all are hilarious. I don't understand. Are we even that funny? I don't think we're that funny. Apparently we're hilarious. I was one of those girls who shut herself in her room. Bummer. And read the first 3 books in 1 week and impatiently waited for the last book and the movies. And don't get me wrong, I loved them, but I also love to hate them. Atta girl. And the movies. Oh, dang. Oh, no, I just started rereading the exact same phrase. I can't read cheesy teen vampire love story. Oh, yeah. That's what we need. But in all seriousness, I love listening to y'all's predictions and trash the books despite my love/hate relationship. And I can't wait for y'all to continue this series. Don't ever stop, please. Oh, jeez. How do we not stop?
Cry.
Does that mean if we're all done reading the series, we have to start all over again with like a new perspective?
We'll have to like start with book 1, but we'll have to like
no way
listen to it and on audio or something this time around.
Not happening. No way. Can't be done. You can't make me.
Well, thanks for the review, though. That's awesome. Appreciate it.
It is awesome.
Woo. Let's try to get more of those. And by getting more of those, that means you have to share the podcast, people. Step up your game.
You see that little button? It's usually got like 2 links on it. On Android, at least. That means share. It's there for a reason. Push the button. You know you want to. You know you need to. It is required.
It is required.
But our podcast's free, so it's not required. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. Yeah, screw us.
Yeah, we're done. Screw myself! I can't get that out of my head. That was hilarious. Like.
I don't know. I think it's it, though.
That is it. This has been Twilight Noobs.
Catch
you on the flippity flip.
Flippity flip. This week has been, I don't know, there's nothing's really crazy has happened this week. Not that I can think of.
It's just getting hot.
Unless you want to get political. Wink.
What
wink.
happened?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
okay.
there's always something that happens in the news.
Oh,
There's always something, you know. I don't know. Anyways,
this is true. This is true.
we are in New Moon. We are going to be reading chapters 4 and 5 today. Not the most, like, eventful chapters.
By any means.
It's kind of like, I think we're going to start to get into more character development, especially with how chapter 5 goes.
Oh, for sure.
It seems like we're going to get
Wolfman.
the next couple of chapters, we're going to be getting a lot more character development, especially with Jacob. It really just seems like it started off kind of like, oh, maybe there's going to be something strong happening in this book, and now it seems like we're going to slow down a lot.
Yeah,
That's what
it seemed like it was revving up, just like you were talking about, and now we're bogging back down to the exact same pace that the first book had between Bella and Edward. Except this time it's Bella and Jacob.
Could you
I can't
imagine?
not wait
like,
for this to happen again.
It's going to be like 20 chapters of character development between Bella and Jacob, and then all the action's going to happen in the last like 2 chapters.
I just want to cheat right now. I want to open up to like the third, like 3/4 of the book and just see what's happening.
No,
The stairway tilted at the oddest angle. Look, and then it says Jacob right after that.
No, you
okay,
can't
I shut it.
do that.
I shut it. But it.
Yeah, but now we know there's a stairwell,
and it's at an odd angle, and Jacob's there.
See, that just spoiled everything. We know
well, now we don't have to
about this book.
Well, now we can skip it.
The evil stairway is going to be attacking Bella.
It's because of the angle and how odd it was.
Man.
I'm sorry. Sorry to ruin everything, guys. My bad.
Bella's going to fall in love with the stairwell.
She's going to fall down it repeatedly over and over and over again.
How many broken bones she'll have on that one stairwell.
How many balusters she'll crack through. But no. Chapter 4, Waking Up. Can I read this whole chapter in less than a second? Yes, it's done. Just kidding. There's a whole nother page after that one little thing. I don't understand why they had to do that, though, where it was like extra dramatic. October, turn a page. November, turn a page. December, turn a page. January. It was like all dramatic. And then it starts with this one, Waking Up. And then it's like a little...
Maybe she was in a coma.
3 or 4 sentences, and then it's over. But then you have to keep reading. You have to turn the page.
Well, maybe she was in a coma for from October to January.
No way. She was just
waking up from her coma.
She got hit so hard with the love spell, and it just got ripped out of her that she was lifeless.
I think this is supposed to. I think it's supposed to do a couple things. This whole each page is a month thing. I think this does a couple things. One, it shows us the readers like how long it's been, like just kind of giving us like, okay, now we're in January type of thing, like kind of just pushing the story along. But this also does another thing. It shows that because if this is supposed to be from Bella's like perspective, her diary, it means that she didn't put any entries in from those months. You know what I mean?
So from a diary standpoint,
she was just like so depressed. She was so like she didn't want to do anything that she didn't even write in her diary. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I get from that. But
yep. All right.
Chapter 4. Let's go. This is. It starts off like kind of
poetic.
It's just weird. I don't know.
Super poetic.
Are you talking about like the first couple, like the first sentences?
Yeah.
There. Oh.
Yeah, the first page. Tries to be way too artistic with like imagery and words, like hand aches, pulse of like just using little similes and stuff. I don't know. It seems like it's going way too hard on book writing. It's almost distracting to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know,
because it's almost pointless to me. I just hate it. Sorry, I hate it.
I don't know where I'm kind of going was like how it starts off with Charlie. The whole conversation with Charlie's kind of like it's just weird to me because he says like, hey, like that's it, that's it, Bella, I'm sending you home. Like, he wants to send Bella to, with Renee in Jacksonville. Right. You know what I mean? Just because she's a depressed teenager who went over, like, just went, like, over a breakup. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's kind of like, that's just a weird reason to, like, try to send someone to their mom. I don't know. It's just like, Charlie, just talk to her, give her some space. She's a teenager who went over a breakup. I don't know. It's so, like, weird to me. I don't know.
But she's having, like, a pointless life in Forks. She does nothing. She's not productive. She has no social outings. But does she, though? Because he's super worried. It's been, 4 months now?
Dude.
And she's done nothing.
You get over it. It's like a breakup at high school. Time passes. You just get over it. You know what I mean?
But does Chuck, the man, know that? I don't think he knows that. He only has one kid.
If Chuck was the man, then he would know.
But men don't know how girls react, okay?
A true man knows a girl's feelings.
One could argue a man doesn't care about a girl's feelings.
That he's not truly a man.
But what if that man had to protect his woman, regardless of her feelings? Like Edward. Could Edward be more of a man than Chuck?
Edward is not a man. First off, he's a vampire. And second, he's no man. He just left his girl problems behind. If he was a true man, he would stay with Bella and work through it.
Coming to you live from SmackDown WWE.
I got you for 3 minutes.
I got you for 3 minutes. Dude, that totally sounded like a wrestling match or something else. Hilarious. Not a man, brother.
They're just like dissing each other in the ring, like before they start the fight. Like, you're not a man. Yeah. I'll throw you. I'll toss you like you were a little tiny little
break
girl.
You like a toothpick, man. No, but seriously, give Chuck some space, dude. He's just trying to make the best for his daughter. That's all he's doing, right?
Okay,
and this is coming from Stephenie Meyer. Let you know, I'll have you know, she has no idea what goes through in a man's head. She's just making it all up as she goes. This is what she thinks Jacob acts like. This is what she thinks Edward would act like. But in reality, Edward wouldn't be such a softie. Come on, man. He totally would have bit her. He totally would have bit her.
Okay, but like, we could have an hour-long argument over this Charlie thing. Because in the beginning of book 1, I was like, oh yeah, Team Chuck. Like, all day, like, he's a man, you know? But, but, like, it almost seems like he doesn't even want to deal with Bella. It's just like, oh, I want to watch TV. Like, you crying constantly. I can't even hear the TV over your crying. Just, like, go to Renee. Like,
stop moping. Stop being such a dumb girl.
But he's like, I don't want you moping around anymore. You're not doing anything. Your life is just lifeless. You know, he keeps like telling her all this stuff, and she's like, I'll do something if you want me to. And he's like,
go see a professional.
Like, you need to go see a professional. And he's like, I know about this stuff because I've been here before when your mom left, which is like, ouch, you know?
Ouch.
Like, okay, you know? And he's just like saying, like, I handled that situation when your mom left, which honestly, I don't know if he truly did handle it. Because
one could say he handled it all right. He kept his house. He kept his job.
Yeah.
He kept going. He fed himself.
But look at his life, dude. He goes home.
He never moved on.
He eats food. He sits in his chair and just watches TV. Like, has he ever been on another date with anyone? You know what I mean? Like, has he?
You don't have to move on.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But like, he doesn't even hang out with friends. He doesn't do anything. He goes by himself to go when he goes fishing. You know
Lies.
What I mean? Like,
he'll hang out with his buddy, the Indian dude.
He never really does. It's like in a blue moon. Every time he sees him, he's like, "Oh, Billy!" Like, it's been a while.
Oh, Billy! Now they come by all the time. You just don't know about it.
No, because
he's a
no,
friendly guy.
Because Bella, when she goes to see Jacob in the next chapter, she's like, "It's been a while since I've seen you, so I wanted to come over and see how you've been."
Right,
Like,
Jacob though.
I don't know, dude. I think it's.
Think about it, dude. Chuck is the chief of police. All he does is talk to people all day long, all the time. Everybody knows him. You saying he doesn't have friends? Really? You don't think people took care of him? Really? Come on.
I
man.
think Charlie's a bum of a man.
He's not a bum.
All right, so he basically just says like, "I want you to be happy." Just you got to just I think he says that like I think you'll have a better chance if you get out of Forks. And Bella's basically like, "No, it's not happening. I'm not leaving Forks. I'm staying here."
Please don't take me away.
She says something here which is kind of weird because she says Florida is too hot. And it's like, dude, you were living in Arizona and you loved it.
Right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So that's just baloney.
She doesn't even know what she wants.
Ian
Doesn't she like... I can't remember what she says, but doesn't she just want to stay because just in case Edward does come back?
That's probably what she's thinking in the back of her head. I don't know if she ever says it, but I'm sure that's part of it.
I've been thinking about this. Do you really think Edward like left at all? I feel like he's just hanging around, just keeping his distance.
That's what I said last time. That's what I said last time when we went over this. I was like,
I've been thinking about it.
Chilling.
He's just like hanging out, yeah. Because he knows he can't be with her because it's just like all the danger she'll be in. So he's just trying to like make sure she doesn't die while he is quote unquote gone. Yeah. But he's just keeping his distance. Like he probably still hangs out in her bedroom every night and she just doesn't know it.
So you think that like if she ever gets in danger or ever is about to get hurt, you think Edward's going to come in? Do you think that's what's going to happen?
What happened? Was it last chapter or was it these two chapters where she was like in danger? I think it was these two chapters, huh? She's in danger and she started hearing Edward talk to her or something.
Yeah, she like remembers what he said. Like it was almost like he was there, but it was just like
I thought it was like him like doing his reverse mind reading and like placing thoughts in her mind. Why not?
Because he can't even read her thoughts in the first place. Remember?
Oh, you're right. Dang, I thought he was close. Like when that was happening, he's like, "Stop being such a dumb girl." She's
just like, "Oh man, Edward." I promised him. Like it just kind of his voice. She just remembered what he said.
All right.
So,
fine. The Animal Farm.
Basically, then Chuck does the whole like fists on the table. We both know what's going on here, Bella. It's not good for you. It's been months. No calls, no letters, no contact. You can't keep waiting for him.
There's a man.
That's a man right there.
I told you.
She says, how about this? I'll make plans with Jess. Okay? Just if that makes you happy. So she goes up to school.
Jessica.
And then we get...
Oh, yeah, they weren't even, like, talking at all. She hasn't even been hanging out with her friends for, like, months.
She probably just goes to school. Like, I don't
yeah,
really
she's
know
just
what
lost
she
contact
does.
with everybody.
Yeah.
She just hangs out. She's one of those girls that just, like, hangs out in the hallway, like, kicking her shoe on the ground, just hanging out like Luigi.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know.
What's going on? We're going to get into it, but I think both Jessica and Bella are wrong in this chapter, but I think Jess is even more wrong. Like, just what happens. But anyways.
Wrong?
Yeah. She just treats Bella like, I don't know.
Oh. You mean like they're fake friends or something?
Yeah. Like, Jessica doesn't really care about Bella. I don't know. It's kind of just what happens anyways. But,
True.
So, we get to school, and Mike, obviously, has to approach Bella. And,
you working Saturday?
Oh. Tomorrow's Saturday, isn't it?
Duh.
So, I don't know. That's good. I don't know. That was a really quick conversation from Mike. I don't know why it was so quick. I was expecting it to be so long.
Right?
Mike always has the craziest conversations.
Nope, nothing.
But so she goes to class and she says, "Hey Jess," and then this is when Jess. This is like a stupid high school thing. Are you talking to me, Bella? Like,
oh,
you know what I mean? It's so stupid. You know what I mean? A normal person would just be like, "Oh, hey Bella, what's up?" You know, like, I don't know. It's so stupid.
No, you're right.
She says,
But maybe that's just how girls are, though, right? All this drama, they love drama, so they create drama. And when drama comes between them as friends, it's probably just as potent, you know?
But
and then
don't
they
you
let
just
it
want to be
linger.
happy?
I don't know. Do girls just want to be happy, or do they want to have, like, drama? 'Cause I think they prefer drama. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know.
Women be drama. All right.
Just saying.
So she basically says, "Do you have plans?" And she presents the idea of going and seeing a movie with Jessica in Port Angeles that night. Jessica says, "No, I guess I can go with you. What do you want to see?" They go over like movie ideas, and I think they both agree. They finally agree on
The zombie movie.
a zombie movie because Bella didn't want to see a romance. Obviously.
Lame.
So
She didn't have her Ben and Jerry's.
then she says, "Do you want to pick me up after school?" So the plan is set. Okay, she actually like went through, but the whole reason why she's even making these plans in the first place is just so Chuck will leave her alone. You know what I mean? Just give her a break over this whole thing. It's not even to like even hang out with Jessica. Like she doesn't even care. She just doesn't want Charlie on her tail.
Yep, she wants a break. So she's doing a sacrifice. She's going out with the girl.
Yeah. So
but nothing comes from it.
Nothing really comes.
Wait, no. They're watching the movie, and then she realizes that she's turning into a zombie or something.
Well,
why does she think that?
I don't. Well, wait a second, boy. Okay.
Nothing else happened.
Well, they get into the car. They go. They drive to Port Angeles. Bella's like, "Hey, can I change the radio?" Like, I don't know.
Right.
It's just super weird. And she turns it to rap. And Jessica's like, "What? Like, when did you start to like rap?" You know? And I think it's not necessarily she likes rap. I think it's more like every song ever made is a romance in a way. You know what I mean? Like any song you put on the radio is like, "Oh, that girl, I like that girl," like, or "Oh, where have you been? I love you." Like, I don't know. That's every song ever made. But
I don't think that's any song ever made at all, dude.
Every song is about love, dude.
Okay, we'll quote one.
You really want me to start quoting songs?
Just give me one. Anyone.
The first thing that comes to my mind is really random, but "Kiss Me Slowly" by The Parachute.
Oh. Okay, fine. I just wanted to see if you could do it, because you just did 2 BS lines of lyrics that I've never heard of in my life.
Look at this. Okay.
I love you. Where have you been all my life?
Okay.
Never heard that song. Sorry.
"Want You to Stay." Dude, all these songs.
All what songs? What are you
Come
looking at a
on.
list on your phone or something?
Yeah.
Oh. I can't
And
see
just
that.
like every single one of them is like.
You're a lovey-dovey dude, man. Jeez, you should see my playlist.
It's every song.
Whatever, dude. Not on my list. You must have a weird list.
Unless you listen to country, and some songs are about tractors and how they love their tractors. But
Here's one from Megadeth. Megadeth.
Megel.
The skull beneath the skin. Tell me that one's about love.
it is, man.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Here's one. Lil Wayne, Lollipop.
Oh,
Is that one about love?
We know what that one means. Yeah,
That one's all about love.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Right.
Whatever, dude. What about this one
So-
called Shameless? Is that one about love? I don't know. Anyways,
Okay.
tangent.
So Bella changes the station. She starts listening to Shameless. Maybe listens
Shameless?
to some Lil Wayne. You know, maybe that's what she turns it to. But they talk about
No, but then she
Mike.
launched her into it. Yeah, no, they launched her into like a gossip thing, huh? She was just trying to get her to start talking.
Yeah, that's basically Yep.
That's why she
So-
turned the music up so she wouldn't have to hear her as much.
Well, like on the ride home afterwards, after everything that happens, Jessica like turns up the radio so loud so they can't talk because she's so mad at Bella. But
that's right.
so
I got
she asks about Bella asks about Mike because if we remember in the first book, Jessica really liked Mike and they went to the dance together and everything. Like, it was this huge thing. So she says, you see him more than I do. So Bella's job, she works at the sports place with Mike because his dad owns it.
That's right. A man.
So they don't really see each other. And what's funny is Jessica says, I went out with Eric 2 weeks ago, which was super funny. Because I just picture the movie, the Asian Eric, you know? And like Jessica and him like hooking up. I think it's funny. But
that's pretty weird.
Look, Bella, it's a worm. But it didn't work out apparently. But
of course not. Never works out for Eric. Just saying.
So yeah, they go into the movie. They start watching the movie. Bella's just like weird through the whole thing. It seems like she's just like, what is? She doesn't really. I don't know. It's weird. But
oh, that's right. But wait, before that, Stephanie Meyer had to throw in one word.
Oh no, what's the word?
So Jess thought we should hit the Twilight showing and eat later.
Oh jeez.
Lame. Sorry, but I don't think that was creative at all.
Yeah.
If she does that every single book, I'm going to be mad. This library book will not make it back in.
Didn't we get a new moon already in here somewhere?
Yeah, we already got like twice. Yeah. It was like in the same page too, like a new moon. That was stupid. It was like when she was lost in the forest or something.
Yeah. The movie starts off with like there's actually romance going on at the beginning of the movie, and Bella is just like, ugh.
I can't handle this.
She leaves to get popcorn.
Dude,
because she doesn't want to be.
Have you ever left like right after the movie starts, or even in the middle of a movie? Have you ever just had to like go so bad, like to the bathroom or get more food or get a refill? I've never done that.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I have never left during a movie.
Me neither. It makes no sense because you're going to miss everything. You're going to be out of the theater for at least like 2 minutes, and it just spoils everything. All of a sudden, you're behind. You have no idea how you got from point A to point B.
Because you paid $30 if you go with someone, you know, to go see the movie. Like, I'm not.
Holy crap! $30?
Pretty much.
Dang!
It's close to it now. You know what I mean? And that's without popcorn. If you get popcorn, it's definitely $30. You're
gonna have to bring your own popcorn, man.
Jeez. I brought in so many things to movies. I brought in Panda Express. I brought in McChickens. You know,
you got like 5 McChickens in there, just gobbling them down.
Oh yeah, I have brought in lots. My wife Sid, she's brought in like soup or something before. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah.
How do you hide that?
Dude, you put it in a little thing and you put it in your purse, dude. Women's purses are the greatest invention of all time.
No one suspects the food in the purse.
You can just sneak anything. We put in so much stuff in that thing.
You just pull like another chair out, like a lawn chair.
Okay, but like seriously,
way more comfortable.
You buy a thing of candy at the movie thing, and it's like $4 or $5. You go to
Dollar
Walmart,
Tree,
and it's $1 at the most. Like,
get robbed.
What's the point? Just bring. It's
almost as bad as an airport or like a sports game.
Oh, airports are awful.
Yeah, because you can't leave. Once you get past that gate, man, you're stuck there for life. So whether you're hungry or not, you're paying that bill. And like a bottle of water at the airport, it's like $5. It's insane.
Ridiculous. It's so
movie
stupid.
Theaters.
You might as well just drink from the toilet water. Like, let's be honest.
That's why she left. She needed to refill her bottle. Had to dunk it into the toilet bowl.
So
that's what depressed people do, though.
The rest of the movie was comprised of gruesome zombie attacks, endless screaming. It wasn't until the very end I watched a haggard zombie, and then I realized what the problem was. The scene kept cutting between the horrified face of the heroine and the dead, emotionless face of her pursuer back and forth as it closed the distance. She says, like, I need to go and get a drink. There's 2 minutes left of the movie or something like that, and she leaves. Like, you know what I mean? So
pretty weak.
This is when she starts to think about it. Dude, I got a burp. Holy cow. Okay.
Let it go.
Okay.
Not a manly burp.
So the problem is she starts seeing the zombies and she thinks, is that what I would turn into, a monster? She starts to think about, like, if Edward had turned her into a vampire, like, if this is what would have, you know what I mean? It was, she just says, like, I would wind up as a zombie, and I hadn't seen that one coming. So, the whole idea of her becoming a monster actually sets in finally. Like, she didn't think about it at the time when Edward was, like, trying to be like, hey, like, you're not going to be a human anymore. Like, you're not going to have a soul, basically. Like, it's starting to, like, hit her a little bit more here. She's starting to, like, think about it. So, like, if she did become a monster, she wasn't the heroine anymore. She, like, her story was over, you know?
She has nothing to contribute to her own life anymore. She feels like she was a mythical creature. She was going to be the sweet, sweet savior of the world. And now she's a decaying corpse.
Yeah. So it wakes her up a little bit. Then Jessica comes out. Bella's excuse is that she was, like, super scared, but Bella never screamed or anything. So it's like,
right?
Okay.
Liar.
Yeah, okay, sure. So they go and they leave the movie theater and they start walking because they're going to go get some food.
Get a burger.
And then this is when Bella just has some weird issues. They're on their way to McDonald's, which I wonder how much Stephenie Meyer paid McDonald's, or how she got that right to put McDonald's in her book. But anyways, they start walking, and then Bella starts seeing. She sees like I don't know, like people across the street. She thinks it might be the people who tried to attack her in the first book,
which would be crazy odds.
She is in Port Angeles, so it is definitely like it's at least possible, technically. Like she's in the same city, it's possible technically, but she starts like walking towards them, and like she starts walking towards the dude, and Jessica starts freaking out on her, like, Bella, like, you can't go into a bar, you can't go over there. And Bella's like, I just want to see something. I think I know that person. And Jessica's like, no, you don't. Like, what are you doing? You know? So Jessica's definitely in the right here. But Bella's just going over there. I think it's because, I don't know. It's like almost like an adrenaline rush that's kind of making her do it. I don't know how to explain it, but she goes over there, and then this is where she starts remembering the promise where she told Edward that she wouldn't put herself in danger.
Right.
And this is where, but like she kind of ignores it at first, because she even says after she even thinks that, she says, "Go eat." To Jessica, "I'll catch up in a minute." She wants Jessica to go to McDonald's while she still starts walking towards this creepy dude, like, alone. Like,
all these dudes.
Then
this doesn't make any sense to me. Why does it have to go on for like 3 pages too? I've heard
it goes on for so long.
Yeah, just her walking towards a group of dudes, and there's nothing that comes out of it. There's no like real big payoff for this massive part of the story.
The only thing is she just like, so she says, "I looked around myself in shock. Go back to Jessica." The lovely voice ordered, still angry. "You promised nothing stupid." So she thinks she hears like Edward in her head saying like, "Go back, okay? You promised you weren't gonna do anything like this. Just go back. Keep your promise." She says that like, she says there's 2 options for this. She says, "I was crazy. That's why she's hearing voices in her head." Option 2, "My subconscious mind was giving me the thought that I wanted." Which I'm pretty sure it's the second option. She's just like, her subconscious mind made Edward kind of appear in her head type of thing. But
or nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. She's just dumb.
Yeah. And then,
do you ever think of that, Bella? You might be stupid.
This whole part, it drug on way too long. It's seriously like 4 pages long. And then
I remember reading it. I was just like, have we even gotten past this one step? No. Oh, she's on step 2 still. Oh, gosh. Let it end.
She keeps hearing Edward's voice too. It says, Bella, turn around. And she never does. She actually ends up going to the person and talking to him. Right. The guy's like, hey, can I help you with something? You look lost. And she's like, no, I'm not lost. And then the guy's like creepily like, hey, can I buy you a drink? Obviously, she says, I'm too young. And she says, from across the street, you look like someone I knew. Sorry, my mistake. And then the guy just pushes it too far here. He says, that's okay. Stay and hang out with us. Dude.
That's not a good idea.
That's kind of illegal. Like, just leave the girl alone. Like, you don't want to get... What's the point
let's hang out with an 18-year-old girl. Good idea.
Very smart.
Morons.
So, then, basically, just to kind of finish this weird long story, she ends up finally leaving. They go back. They start driving home. This is when Jessica turns up the radio. She just didn't even want to talk to Bella. They're not interested. Jessica's super mad the whole time. Yeah, it was really stupid by Bella. As she gets to the house, this is when Bella says, like, hey, thanks for coming out with me, Jessica. That was fun. And Jessica says, sure. Like, obviously, not fun. You're stupid. Leave me alone. You're dumb.
Just get out of the car. Don't let it hit you when you're way out.
See you Monday. Yeah, bye.
Doesn't even look at her. Later.
And then she just takes off.
They're both completely tasteless girls.
Yeah. She gets home and she tells Charlie what she it's not what happened, but she just says, we watched a zombie movie. I was in Port Angeles with Jessica. And he's like, oh, okay, wow, all right. And that's basically the end of chapter 4.
Right?
I don't really think there was anything. It was just mainly...
It's certainly not a national New York Times bestseller chapter. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it was a little
very
long.
boring.
It was unnecessarily long. I'm gonna be honest.
It was boring.
Yeah, wasn't the greatest chapters.
To the max.
Yeah, you could skip it.
Could I just ask if anybody out there actually enjoys this particular chapter? Is there anything that is meaty or substance-like to actually dive into and, I don't know, help develop Bella and help the reader like Bella more just from this chapter? Because, honestly, this chapter could completely die. It could kill itself, and I would never think about it ever again.
The problem with this chapter is Jessica isn't, she's not a main character. You can just honestly drop Jessica forever. You don't even need to bring her in the books anymore. There's no point. The only thing that might be just shorten the whole part where she walks towards the guy.
Right, that too. Oh my gosh.
The thing of her hearing Edward's voice in her head and being like, hey, you promised that you wouldn't put yourself in danger. I can maybe see that, have that in the chapter where she's doing something dangerous and she remembers hey, you promised Edward not to do anything stupid. I can understand that. You
can understand it, but it's still
it's
such a bummer to read that chapter.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
It was way too long. It was not necessary. She could have just been hey, that guy looks familiar. I'm gonna walk towards him, and Jessica's no, don't do it. And then she's the voice in the head. You don't need to have a huge long thing of where she's and then I took a step,
and I felt numb. I wonder where this numbness came from. And I feel like I have to fart. Oh shoot! Edward told me not to fart. Oh, Edward,
that's a silent but deadly one.
Yeah, deadly. Like a vampire's poison. Oh, I wish I could have been bitten by my smitten lover. Oh, I miss him. Oh, I took one more step. Oh, that step felt like so much joy and so much rebellion.
Oh, there's a step down here. Careful.
Oh, shoot. Don't step on the crack. You might break your mother's back. And
I tripped and fell. Like I always do.
It's so pointless. I hate the patrol. They're so stupid.
Yeah, not necessary. All right.
Okay. Chapter 5.
Woo! Chapter 5 is better in a sense because we're starting to kind of maybe understand maybe where the book is going.
Yeah,
So
we're getting a good hint.
It's better than chapter 4, but the chapter 5 is Cheater, which
Pumpkin
is
Eater.
like, I wonder, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, what did she cheat at? I don't understand.
I think it might be the fact that she's going and hanging out with Jacob. So it's like you're cheating on Edward with Jacob type of thing.
No way, they broke up.
There's nothing else in here that like has anything to do with cheating.
Cheating, right? I know. That's what I mean.
Nothing.
Like she didn't cheat on a test. Not that kind of cheat. And there's nothing else. So it has to be involved with Jacob. But
it's got to be.
Why? How could she be cheating?
I don't know.
He's gone.
They're broken up. It's not cheating.
Makes no sense.
We were on a break.
We were on a break. What's that from?
Friends.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All right. Chapter starts off with Mike. Interesting beginning, right?
Again.
Man, Mike. All right. So
I just read the first phrase. I thought it said, Bella, why don't you take your shirt off?
Oh,
wait, what?
Jeez.
What's Mike saying?
That's where it means by cheating. Holy cow.
There it is. That's the truth right there. I read between the lines. That's definitely not what it says, though.
That definitely. Just why don't you take off? Basically, so Bella and Mike are working at the store.
Nothing's going on.
Nothing's going on. Slow afternoon.
It's slow.
There's 2 people in the store, and they're like these weird old dudes, I think.
They just want to keep talking about their trips and stuff they take.
Yeah. She says, I don't mind staying, but I don't know. But the old people are talking about how, not a chance, black bears don't get that big. The grizzlies you saw were probably cubs. So they're talking. So one of the guys is saying, I swear, I've seen a black grizzly bear, or I've seen a black bear, like, it's bigger than us on all fours. Like, when it's, like, not even when it's standing up. Like, when it's standing up, it's probably, like, twice our size. Like, he's going off about it. The other guy's not buying it. I think it has to do with maybe, like, a werewolf type thing. I think that's what they saw. But anyways, I think it's supposed to foreshadow werewolves.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? It doesn't talk about wolves at all, though. It's talking about bears.
I know, but he maybe just saw it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, oh, like, what the heck? That thing is huge. What? Like, it's a huge animal. And he just thought it was a bear because it was so big, you know? That's what I think.
I would think a werewolf would be smaller than a bear, though, to be honest.
But they could be huge. Who knows? We haven't seen them. They're not bears. Like, Jacob and them aren't bears. They're wolves. Like,
how do you know? Have you been reading ahead?
No, because the Jacob's stupid story in the book 1.
All right. So, anyway, she leaves.
She ends up leaving.
She bails. Got off early.
A random conversation, but I don't know. She starts talking about how.
About what?
She goes off about how, like, she goes home or whatever, and she thinks about how Edward said, like, it will be like I never existed. She thinks about that whole, like, quote or the whole thing that he said, and she goes on, like, as if he never existed. That was insanity. She says, like, it was a promise that he could never keep, a promise that was broken as soon as he made it. I just think that, like, she's obviously still just thinking about Edward a lot.
She's suffering.
She's suffering big time. It's so, like, I don't know. It's so crazy to me. It's been months. It's been months. It was your first stupid relationship in high school.
But it was with the vampire, okay? It was with a vampire.
I think she's more in love with the fact that he's a vampire. Like, not even like him himself. Because if it was just like a relationship with a boy, you know, type of thing, she would be over it by now. Or she'd be like moving on. It's high school.
But
you know how many
he was spending the night at her house every night for months. So they had some kind of really, really, really intimate relationship. Granted that they didn't take it past, a certain base, but still, like, they were constantly together. You can understand that it's almost a little bit more than just the first relationship, because that first relationship did go into something, way more serious. So I can understand why she would be suffering this much, especially if the dude had to leave by choice. He didn't just die, or he wasn't unfairly taken away from her, and she never will ever see him again. There is a faint hope that she has that he'll come back, and obviously we know he's gonna come back. So
that would be the worst books ever if he doesn't come back. Can you imagine?
Be hilarious. She just constantly dates a new mythical creature every time. Like after Jacob, she's just like dating like a narwhal or something.
A praying mantis.
Did you know narwhals are real?
Yeah.
I had no idea, dude. Those things are weird. They're like the unicorns of the sea.
That's
Anyways,
true.
Sorry.
There's a seahorse, which is a horse of the sea.
Dang, dude. Is that how you play water polo?
Deep. All right.
Deep
end. As she's driving home from work, she's having all these thoughts. She's just like, it's raining. I don't know. It's just like a rough day for her, apparently. It's one of those days where she's just like thinking about everything with Edward.
It's a day where she needs to smoke some weed. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, dang. What the
heck? She's getting way too emotional. She needs to calm down. Take some Tylenol.
She thinks about how her promise with Edward, how she won't do anything stupid. She thinks about like Charlie and all this stuff. She thinks about how, I don't know, but she ends up getting, she pulls off to the side and she sees a for sale sign. Oh, okay. First off, Stephenie Meyer keeps bringing up this word. She's in this chapter a lot. It's Kismet. And I was like, what the freak is she talking about? Like,
what the flip?
So I looked it up, and basically it means like your fate, your destiny. And it's like, why don't you just use fate or destiny? Like I don't get it.
I thought it meant crap, to be honest.
If you use fate, that's just even shorter word. That's less for you to do, and it makes way more sense. Like, it just makes no sense to me. I was like, what the heck? Let's just use this. Let's just go on to Webster, and just be like fate, other words for fate, and let's just write in like a random word. You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
But that's what you were taught to do in English class. At least I was when I was a kid. They'd always say, don't try to use the same word twice on the same page. If you have to, get your thesaurus and look up synonyms.
Okay, but she uses Kismet like 10 times.
This is true.
Does she, obviously,
I didn't even count
it. She uses so many times.
I just remember the one time where she said Kismet happens, and I thought that meant crap happens, Stuff happens.
Okay, she doesn't use it like 10 times. She does use it a couple times. But
so maybe it wasn't Kismet. Yeah, 2 times.
Yeah. I thought it was just a weird word. But anyways, there is a for sale sign. And guess what's for sale?
A werewolf. Is that not right? Sorry. My bad.
Motorcycles. She thinks about how Charlie would not be okay with this.
And she's like, yeah, perfect. Dip into the college fund.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. So she goes up to the door, knocks on it. A freshman from her high school opens the door, and the freshman's like, Bella Swan? You know what I mean? Like, you remember like in high school, you're a freshman or whatever, and you totally know who the popular girls in school are. Or like the senior girls. You know it. Like it's a fact, okay? Yeah.
What are you doing at my house?
Like, whoa! Can I get your autograph?
Not an autograph.
But anyways, she asked about how much you want for the bike.
Can you sign my neck?
Basically, like how much for he says, if you really want one, just take it. Because they're gonna be like thrown away in the garbage anyways, basically. So she's like, all right, like, okay. So there's actually two of them, and the boy's like, take both of them. Maybe you can scavenge some parts. And then the guy keeps saying like stuff like they haven't worked in years.
They suck.
They're not,
They're gonna be expensive.
Good luck with them. Oh, they might be more to fix, you know what I mean, than, they're basically like totaled. It's not worth it, in a way.
Exactly. But that's exactly what she wants. She's like, I don't care.
And then this is when the inspiration, she even says, inspiration hit like a bolt of lightning. She says, you know what? That's okay. I know someone who builds cars. And as soon as she says this, I was like, whoa, Jacob's coming in hot.
I think you like Jacob a little bit too much there, buddy.
Dude, he's better than Edward already, that's for sure. Anyways.
How? You don't even know, dude. You don't even know at all.
Dude, he came to the dance to tell Bella to, like, stay away from Edward. And
money.
For money. Dude, this guy's chill, okay? I like it.
He's a boss. He just does what his dad says because he's offering him, like, $1.
Yeah. So she calls Charlie and says, hey, I need directions to the Blacks. And so Charlie obviously is like super stoked, like, oh sweet, you're gonna go see Jacob, like that's awesome. So she drives over there, and basically we actually get a decent long conversation between Jacob and Bella, which we never got in the first book. It was always maybe a paragraph,
Right, but it's like he's hitting puberty, so it's hilarious.
Okay,
he just hit his growth spurt. He's 6'5".
That's what I thought was so funny.
6'5".
6'5" in the movie.
How tall is Bella?
Taylor Lautner's like 5'9" in real life. It's like, okay, like this is definitely not 6'5".
How tall are you? You're like what, 6'1" or something?
Me? No, I'm 5'11". Yeah.
You're 5'11"?
Yeah.
I thought you were 6 foot.
No, I'm not.
Wait, you're not taller than me?
No, you're taller than me.
I'm taller than you?
Yeah.
Dang, dude, I slouch. I thought I was looking up at you the other day. That's crazy.
You're taller than me.
Heavier than you.
Width-wise.
Yeah, right, dude. I'm dropping pounds like feathers. Anyways, it's freaking 6'5". That doesn't make any sense. The dude was shorter than her like last book, and now he's 6'5". Who grows like 8 inches in a year? I don't know if that's even physically possible. Does that happen?
I grew a lot.
Really?
Like freshman, sophomore year type of around there.
Right
before freshman year, I grew a lot.
I think I grew quickly as a kid, but I never had that growth spurt. Like it was just constantly faster than most other kids. But once I hit like 5'10", that's pretty much when I stopped growing. Because I remember I passed up all my friends like in 6th grade, and then in 8th grade they were all taller than me. And everybody, it was the weirdest thing. Everybody was over 6 feet tall when I was in high school. I was a short guy. And I was like, is this normal? I thought I was average size, but everyone was just giants around me. It was so stupid.
All my brothers are taller than me. I'm the shortest, so that's awesome.
Right. That blows.
It makes me feel great.
I'm the second tallest in my family. One of my brothers is like 6'2" or something. He's huge. Everybody else is like 5'8", 5'6". Bunch of minions everywhere.
Yeah, so we find out he's 6'5". He is 16 years old, so he's 2 years younger than Bella. That's kind of good to know, because if there's going to be a romance here, I don't know.
Someone's going to be illegal. Can't do it.
I remember in my high school, there was a freshman dude who went out with a senior girl, which is really weird. But
really?
Anyway, yeah, I would never do something like that.
I probably could have.
No, jeez. I don't want to hear the story. No.
My sister, she was a senior, and I was a freshman, and all of her friends were like, "Wait, your brother's a freshman?" I'd go out with him. It was hilarious.
Whoa.
I was like, yeah, right, whatever. I just remember laughing back in the day. I was like, whatever, big deal. Thought nothing of it. I was a player.
Billy comes in, and they introduce, they say, "Hey, what's up?" And obviously for Bella, it's probably more awkward because of, since he asked her to ditch Edward.
So, that's right.
I'm kind of assuming there's not like the best blood between the two of them. I don't know. That's what I would assume anyways.
Of course not. He totally wants Bella.
Yeah. Billy? That's weird.
Billy?
Billy doesn't want Bella. That's illegal. All right.
That's illegal. Not anymore.
So she gets invited for dinner. She doesn't want to do that. She says, I gotta feed Charlie, so, next time maybe.
Why does she have to feed Charlie, though? I don't understand. He's like, fine. He's just chilling at work. He doesn't care at all.
He's gonna go
and some, what is it called? Hamburger helper and like some spaghetti. He's good to go. He's gonna watch ESPN either way.
He's gonna eat a hungry man.
Yeah. What's the new one that Campbell's makes? It's not even Hungry Man anymore. It's something even bigger. It's like twice the size, the can. It's hilarious. I saw it the other day. Anyway. He's going to get one of those. Because he's a man.
Anyways. Bella, hey, what were you doing before I interrupted? Jacob says, I was working on my car. And she's like, no, I'd love to go work on your car. Like, I'd love to go see it. So basically, it seems like Bella's just like so bored out of her mind that she just wants to do whatever or something. Or she's trying to maybe she like I don't know. Maybe she thinks that Edward's nearby. So she's like, if that's the case, like, I'm going to go over here and hang out with these people, which, like, I know that you don't like this. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know what her thought process of doing this is. You know
I don't think she's thinking about it. She just feels comfortable. That's all it is.
Or she's just trying to really get her bikes fixed, and she's just using Jacob to do it. I don't know. But
she could be doing that, too. I think she's just in a natural state of, like, being able to be herself. She's not worried about anything, and she just kind of forgets her problems when she's with Jacob, you know?
No.
I feel like that's what she's feeling. Or at least that's what Stephenie Meyer's going for. As an analytical of most common scripts of English literature, we can see that Bella Swan has dived into a situation known as, I don't know what is happening in my life, so I'm just going to deal with it and date a new boy. You could call her an SLUT. I don't know, but it might be uncommon. Sorry.
Dude, maybe she just like, dude, I want to kiss a man. It's
right?
been a while.
I feel like she got turned on that he was 6'5", and she's like, oh, man.
She even goes over the fact that,
how much hair you have.
No, she's like, what is it? She's like, sees him, and he's like, oh, he's like growing, like, the soft muscles are turning into like hard muscles, and like, she's like talking about how there's like veins and all this stuff. She goes over all this stuff, and it's like, whoa,
seriously.
Oh yeah, it says,
here comes the imagery.
Like the tendons and veins have become prominent under the red-brown skin of his arms.
That's racist.
His face was still sweet, like I remember. You know what I mean? Like the planes of his cheekbones sharper, his jaw squared off. Like, you know what I mean? Gosh. Like, she is like, whoa, calm down there. She asked what kind of car he's fixing up. So I did something really stupid.
What did you do?
So when she asked what kind of car it is, he says it's an old Rabbit 1986. So I typed in Google, I said 1986 old Rabbit.
I gotta see this. Let's see if my Cortana works.
I was like, none of these are cars.
Search for a 1986 gold rabbit. No, not a gold rabbit. Wait, sorry. Wait,
idiot.
I'm pretty dumb too. I looked up for everything. Not a gold rabbit. Wait, sorry.
All right, so then I looked up 1986 Volkswagen Rabbit because she says, "What kind of Volkswagen is it?" So maybe
dude, my Bing is smart. It didn't even pull up one bunny rabbit at all.
Maybe this is a cool thing or something. I don't know, but I don't know. I just think it's whatever. It's
not cool at all.
I don't think it's anything crazy, but
no, it's not.
Anyways,
freaking weak.
So they get to the point. Bella's like, "Hey, do you know anything about motorcycles?" He says a little bit. My friend Embry more so. He's got a dirt bike. So Bella shows him the two motorcycles that she has. She says, "Hey, by the way, like Charlie doesn't approve of motorcycles, so you need to keep this on, the down low."
That's right. That's
So
right.
Jacob obviously is like, sure, I understand. So Jacob's cool. But Bella says, I'll pay you. And Jacob's like the teenage boy, like wants to hang out with the girl. So he says, like, no. Like, you're good. Like, I'll help you out.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Don't worry about it, sugar.
Have you ever been with a man before?
It'll be an experience for the two of us.
So Bella says, hey, if you work on it with me, how about this? You can have one of them. And Jacob's like, seriously? Like, he's super stoked.
Right?
Yeah. So she says, if you're going to work on it, like, I'll pay for the parts. You know what I mean? I got my college fund. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't planning on leaving Forks anyways. Like, she doesn't say that part, but she keeps it in her head.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she's planning on doing, if she really thinks Edward's going to come back, or maybe she's like, I don't know, she's starting to think that maybe he's not coming back, but I don't know, maybe she's starting to like it in Forks. I have no idea. Like, I really just think that she thinks that Edward's coming back. That's what I think. I think that's the only...
She's just feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
That's all it is. She's finally found something that is helping her get through the relationship breakup. And it's Jacob Black. Of all people. Who'd have thunk it? So,
that really is basically the end of the chapter, and, the end of the 2 chapters for today.
But the end of the book. I hope you liked it.
But I think this chapter is trying to push a plot, maybe. I think last book, we kind of predicted that Jacob was going to be a bigger part in this book. And I think that's what we're about to get. I think we're about to get a lot of Jacob. I think that this is where Bella and Jacob start to maybe hit it off a little bit.
So maybe this is where Edward gets jealous?
Comes back or something, maybe?
Yeah, because he'll be watching her or something like that.
Maybe so Alice sees something, like Bella's like starting to like Jacob, so she sees the future of Bella.
And Alice! Dude, she didn't see the birthday party going terribly in the future? She didn't see that coming at all.
That's a good question.
What the heck? I forgot about Alice and how she saw the future. Like, why wouldn't she have... She put the stupid birthday party together.
But
she wouldn't have seen the outcome?
But doesn't she see, like, the future, like, if someone makes a decision, does that entail if there's an accident? It wasn't like Bella did it on purpose. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she made a decision.
What a useless power.
But
Can't someone even see the future like that? Gosh.
But there was a decision made of creating the party. So, but that's her own future? So she doesn't see her own future?
Whatever. Either way.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
Useless Alice.
But
anyways, I have another question. Do you think Jacob's gonna do something to like really piss Edward off? Like maybe he's gonna like try to grab some Bella booty or something.
Whoa!
He's gonna be super inappropriate.
Okay,
he'll be like, put her in a corner and he'll be like super aggressive. Be like, make out with me, Bella. She'll be like, no, I don't want to. And he'll be like, make me happy.
That's not how
make me a man.
That's not how it's gonna be at all, and I'll tell you why. Do you remember the movie?
Yeah, sure.
Remember the part where like Edward is in her room and they start like making out on the bed?
No, like okay.
Okay, you remember how Bella was the one that was like attacking him? Like they were making out and Bella was the one that was like starting to get like all over him.
Oh yeah, frisky.
So
that's right.
I honestly think that it's gonna be the other way. I think Bella is gonna just go crazy on Jacob.
She never got anything out of Edward.
I think
her hormones are raging.
I think the hormones are just gonna go nuts, and she's gonna start just like flaunting and just making out with Jacob hardcore. I honestly think. I don't think it's gonna be Jacob at all being like, "Hey, like, what's up?" You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be Bella.
Strap in, folks. It's gonna be one of those books again.
There's gonna be some action, man. And not like action, but like action.
But action we don't want to know about.
All right, that's gonna do it for those chapters.
That's gonna be great.
You have anything you want to add?
Nah, man. Nah, mate. Are we good all here in the Aussie Outback?
So, all right. So obviously next week we're gonna be doing 6 and 7. We really appreciate you guys just tuning in. Thanks for the reviews. Continue to listen. Have listen parties and tell people about.
Listen parties. What the heck's that? Oh, that was your idea of everybody listening at the same time.
Have people over, you know what I mean? Or if there's like you and your sister or something like that, you know what I mean? Like listen or something.
That's a terrible idea. I'll tell you why. Because 5 people listening together is 1 download. Okay, you don't want that.
You download it afterwards.
Just let it play in the background,
or play it 5 times.
What a nice person. No, we definitely don't want that.
But I don't know. Check out our Facebook page, Twilight Noobs. I've got Twitter and Instagram, both at noob_Jason.
I have an Instagram now. Kind of.
Really?
My wife takes care of it. It's my drone Instagram. You can follow me at highresdrone.com. I mean, not .com. How does Instagram work?
I think it's just at hashtag.
Right? No, it's at highresdrone. And res is an S. R-E-S. High res.
Okay.
Like
you're not one of those Z peoples.
Okay. High res drone. There you go. But anyway, that's me.
Just share the love, people. Do your job. You have one job.
You gotta click the share button and do it. Just do it. What's his name? Shia LaBeouf.
Do it for us. Us man.
We're so manly. No, we're not. We're doing a stupid podcast about Twilight. Stupid dumb.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it. This has been Twilight Noobs. I'm Jason.
Merrick.
And you know what?
What?